It's Julia Renee.
And Kendall Aaliyah. Welcome back to the Know Your Power podcast. Hello.
Hey, y'all.
The vibes in here are a little slow today, so deal with us, work with us. I've had a coffee, you can't tell. I keep being unable to open my eyes, and that's the kind of morning I'm having.
I sort of had an energy drink. It's halfway done.
I fear coffees are not doing enough damage on me anymore, and I need to switch back to energy drinks. It's been a while.
Nothing does any damage to me anymore. I'm immune.
Oh, that's concerning.
That's bad. I sometimes think, like, what if I went a week? And I'm like, nah.
It really is sad how addicted I am, because like one day without it, like there's random days I don't have caffeine and I'll always end my day with a headache. Like I'm that
Please continue.
roped in. So yeah, one coffee a day has been what I'm at right now. Okay, we're going to start off this episode with a listener submitted a little story that I am reading blind. I know we were supposed to read it last week and forgot, so I'm excited to read it because it's back on the list today. It says, "Hi, ladies. First, Kendall, you were amazing on that stage. Thank you. You're truly an amazing woman, and I adore you so, so much. Your friendship is amazing, and please never, ever forget that." That's so cute. True sisterhood right here, and I'm so glad I found your podcast when I did. Second, I am writing you this because I wanted to share my own journey in bodybuilding and to really show you how big of an impact you have on your listeners around the world. I've been a long-time listener and finally stepped on stage for the first time 2 weeks ago, as well as this Saturday, so 2 shows. The result of that was first place in Fit Model Regional, as well as a clean sweep at Nationals, which has made history as I am now Denmark's first IFBB Fit Model Pro. That's
I just got
so
chills.
Cool. I wanted to thank you two for bringing light to my life, and I am also not sure that I would have pushed as hard as I did if I didn't have you two to listen to, laugh with, and learn from. I'm going to cry.
You got us on an emotional day. This is a bad day to read this.
You have taught me so much and really done a lot for my mental state. During the last stretch of my off season, I went through something nobody should ever experience. I lost my spark and dropped almost 25 pounds in a month. Oh my goodness.
Crazy.
I wouldn't be here, trigger warning, if my coach and your sparkle hadn't been there to pick me back up. Now that I'm back, I'm stronger than ever, and I found my home. I've found my strength. I know my power. So thank you so, so much. I am forever grateful. Thank you for your time. Stay awesome, girlies, with love and happy tears. For real happy tears and also some sad ones.
Hold it in. This is like,
wow, that's
sorry, I'm not trying to make it about me. No,
her.
that's like crazy.
Yeah.
That's so cool. For Denmark, right?
Yeah,
Denmark's first
IFBB Pro
that's
for Fit Model.
Crazy, man. And she did send pictures too, and it was just so cool.
You'll have
seeing,
to show me.
Getting to see her photos of that. And we have so many emails that are, I do them everything myself, and I put it onto our outline, and there's still so many that I need to like transfer over.
Yeah.
But I was like, I have to read this one. And it's just like also perfectly timed too with the episode that we're talking about, because she talks about like losing her spark for a little bit. And I feel like lately I've just been so like, bleh.
Yeah, it's like a reminder of, and I said this before we started filming, of like sometimes I need to listen to ourselves and what we say, and I catch myself being hypocritical, and it's a good reminder of like our words do impact other people and ourselves. And I've been getting a lot more DMs, I would say, in the last like month or two, because I think as we transition into colder weather, like a lot of mental health stuff just comes to the surface. You're home a little more, you're sitting with yourself a little more, motivation's a little lower, and we're going to get all into that today. But I've just noticed like an influx of DMs, like asking for help or reaching out or speaking on that. And I'm so grateful that we can be those people, even if it's like a tiny sliver of your day, you're thinking less about anything you're struggling with, because we get to like impact y'all or talk with y'all or whatever.
Be in your ear.
It means a lot.
On your car.
Yeah.
In your car.
In your Please get off your car.
We're inside your car. We're inside your car waiting for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're so proud of you. That is so amazing.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Wow. I literally, my legs got like goosebumps, and I have a blanket over my legs right now.
Yeah.
So
I'm
I think
proud
that this
of her.
episode is perfectly perfectly timed.
Yes.
Because this week I've been feeling very like low motivation. Yesterday was just, you have those days where every single thing is like a struggle. You're like, okay, I don't want to wake up. I want to sleep in. I don't want to go and do my cardio.
Yep.
I don't want to eat healthy. Like, I don't want to train. Every step of the way yesterday, I was like, you know, when you feel like you're just like crawling.
Yep.
Like, I'm trying so hard. I ended up doing all of the things, but it felt like I was doing it while walking through quicksand.
I feel that. It's almost like a season of needing to be like more gentle with yourself and be like, okay, let's still check the boxes, even if you're not checking them aggressively or motivated or
that's a good way to put it.
Or in a great mood, you're checking the boxes. So yeah, talking about why we feel this way in winter first off. So like I said before, there's some less daylight that does affect serotonin, your mood, your energy, your sleep quality. So you naturally just feel more tired and less motivated, which is kind of that feeling. I started this video being like the vibes in here because like I have just been really tired every day, and it's like I have to try
really
extra.
Tired.
Yeah, something's like, in the air.
During my prep, you know, there was days where I was waking up at 3:30 in the morning, 4:30 in the morning, and that's also due to being low body fat, and I just can't sleep, and I just want to eat. But like I have been sleeping in, and Lucas is still like moving into, like he competed a couple more shows after my season was over.
Yeah.
So he's still waking up at like 4:30 or 5:30. And I've been like, guys, don't tell anybody. I've been waking up at like 7.
Crazy.
I know.
When 7's my normal.
I know. I'm waking up at 7. That is crazy.
But that is like a clear sign of like, 'tis the season, you know?
'Tis the season to
and
sleep.
also listening to your body a little more, where maybe you need that extra rest right now, or maybe sleep quality is affected by like the amount of daylight and vitamin D we're getting and things like that. Another thing is like colder weather. I know here in Texas, it's getting a little chilly. So I know the rest of the states and likely the rest of the world is having like a lot colder weather than we are right now. But cold weather in general, whether it's Texas cold or real cold.
Texas cold is still cold because we're
not used to it.
We're not built for it.
It keeps you indoors more. That's reducing your steps. That's reducing the motivation to like put on layers to get outside, to go to the gym, to drive somewhere, especially if you have snow where you're at, like having to shovel the driveway, get the snow off your car. Cooper keeps making fun of me because I am born and raised in New York, and I lived there for like up until late teens. And so like I complain so much when it's like 50 degrees out, and he's like, you grew up in snow, and I was like, yeah, and I hated it.
I hate it. Imagine having to wake up like even earlier than you already do, knowing that you might have to like warm up your car or shovel your snow. I can't.
I don't miss it.
I can't. Like
y'all are stronger than
who are
me.
doing that right now, like
no, literally. Like
God.
I can't be complaining. It's the coldest it gets
I'm
right
like,
now is like
I have
30
to put
degrees.
on a hoodie.
It's absurd. Holiday food and events are everywhere and every few weekends right now. So that extra food, feeling off track, not in your normal routine. True. I feel like that's kind of what I've been like working out of, because we're filming this like a little bit after Thanksgiving, and it's like, okay, transitioning from that like chill freedom mode into back in the habits, back in the discipline, in case you did take a day or two off of like tracking your macros or going to the gym when you normally go, or maybe you've been traveling and you're just now getting back home, you know. True. So the holidays can throw things off, as we know.
It's and then just like, it's weird having like that one blip where you're with like family, and you most of us, like, we don't work on that day, and then all of a sudden it's like, hey, go back to work.
Life.
Go back, like, it's really like jolting.
I like had empathy because like I still train some people in person, and so like seeing their families, and like some people are visiting home from college and stuff like that, and it's like I have even more empathy for like students now, because I can't imagine like getting almost like a week off and being with your family and getting that normal life, and then having to go back and have exams right now. And it's like the high stress of that. So I do know we have some college students who listen to this podcast, and it's like, give yourself extra grace right now too, because you have all of that added school stress on top of the everyday stress.
Imagine taking an exam right now.
Could not be. I would fail. I would simply, I couldn't tell you the last time I even looked at a Scantron. I don't miss it.
Don't even say that word. You just gave me PTSD.
I don't miss it at all.
Scantron.
No,
when you had to perfectly fill in the little bubbles.
That was the only part
Actually,
I liked.
that was pretty satisfying.
Yeah, I was like, I would make it aesthetic. I was obsessed with handwriting. But like actual test taking was not a fan. Taste testing. So, okay, that's kind of like the explanation and the analytical side about like why you might be feeling extra sluggish, tired, slow, unmotivated right now. Now we're going to talk about how to stop that downward spiral so that we don't create a downward spiral and start setting realistic expectations and almost like digging yourself out of it. Because while we are very used to our everyday habits and discipline, I know like in my past, and some of you listeners could maybe relate, have been like so rocked this time of year in the past.
Oh yeah, where I give up.
Yeah, so it like having, whether you're digging yourself out of like a 2-day slump or like a month-long I'm not doing well episode, all of these can help you just start like transitioning back into where you are your happiest, where you are your most satisfied with your journey. So winter blues compound when you feel guilty or about being unmotivated, which can deepen the slump, where so many of us are so quick to feel like we need to be perfect and locked in and winter arc. And I have to set everything up right now for the new year. And then I'm thinking about all of my goals in the new year. And oh my gosh, those are all really big and scary. And it's like, okay, we are just creating this unrealistic expectation and guilt shame cycle around not being perfect right now. Yes. So it is first off about slowing down and being grateful for the time in the season and recognizing that you're 100%. I was just having this conversation with a client yesterday. I was like, you need to give your 100% of that day. And we've said this before, you're 100% on a day in summertime where the sun's shining and you feel great and you want to be outside is not going to look the same as your 100% on a winter day where you're snowed in and you're tired and you didn't sleep great the night before. But as long as you are giving what you have, that's a win. You can't compare it to even a week ago you. I feel like similarly, like being post-show, that's the mindset like I've been trying to break, is being like, but I was just on top of the world and adrenaline and all these things that came with prep in those last few weeks of prep. And it's like, okay, we're in a different phase right now. I need to show up where I can. I can have stronger lifts right now because I'm eating a little more food now and I'm sleeping better now and appreciating those instead of being like so focused on whatever season I was focused on a couple weeks ago, you know? So
I had
same
that
thing in
like
winter.
moment yesterday because I'm so glad that we're talking about this because I told you guys yesterday was like, not only like physically, but like mentally because I was so hard on myself for not feeling, and I'm very affected by weather. Like,
same. Unfortunately.
And Lucas has this annoying thing that he does where if...
Share with the class.
Where he like is so positive.
Aw. How dare he be happy all the time?
I'm always like, it's so hard. Like she's so right. I was really like struggling through my leg day, and it was cold. My nose was leaking. My back was hurting. Like I didn't want to be there. Like I wanted to leave. And he just like comes over and he's like, it's a really great day. He's like, you got some extra sleep today. Yeah. He's like, you had your sushi last night, so we have extra carbs for it. He's like, it's going to be a good workout. And I was like, it's so annoying.
But see, like that is fully what a perfect example.
You're right, I guess.
What a perfect example, because maybe you're quick to being like, not saying you're this way, but maybe if it were me, I'd be like, I should not have eaten that last night, and I should have gotten up sooner, and like the should have, could have, would have,
flipped it all around because I was like, in my head, I was like, I got extra sleep. That's bad. I should have woke up earlier. And I was like, I had like sushi last night. That's, you know, our first thought is, oh, like, that's bad. I can't use that as fuel in the way that he, like, turned it around to be like, now you have extra carbs for this leg day. Now, and I'm like, oh, man, you're...
I hate that you're right.
You're annoying.
But that's such a good point and example of, like, a lot of this is just perspective. Really and as the sooner you can break that cycle of feeling down about how this time of year feels, it's like... why live in that mindset of like, then you're going to wake up the next day and be miserable again instead of trying to break the cycle and focus on the good and have that little Lucas on your shoulder being like, hey, you should be proud of that, or that feels good, or at least it's not even colder. At least it's not dark even earlier, whatever that looks like. Another thing is like start setting small, realistic, obtainable goals and habits. I feel like, especially like I was saying, right now I'm kind of thinking about 2026 Kendall.
Yeah.
And it's like, instead of focusing on like what I want to accomplish in 2026, which of course that's always in the back of the mind, it's like, how can I break that down to set up just this month for success so that I go into that new year, or I start those new year resolutions actually on top of it and like in a realistic way. So a good example of this is, one of my clients wants to like really get serious about their nutrition, especially in the new year. And I'm a fan of like, start that now, like start building those habits now. Waiting? But we're going to start by this month tracking food, ordering from a meal prep service, cleaning up a lot of those habits so that in January, or whenever we make that transition, we can then take those macros and manipulate them. Because if you don't even like know where you're at, you haven't tracked in months, you haven't been eating clean at all. It's like, okay, let's not go 0 to 100 and take out all food you enjoy and go straight to like broccoli and chicken and be in a huge deficit. Let's start small. Let's like make an order this week, find a meal prep service you like make it fun, make it exciting. So just creating those like little baby steps that are setting you and your future self up for success for when that motivation is there. Because like all you need to do right now is build up little healthy habits that keep you on track.
That's, I feel like, why so many of the goals, I think it's the statistic that most people ditch their New Year's resolutions by, I think it's mid-February. And I think one of the biggest reasons is because we do that huge swing from 0 to 100, which I like the approach that you had with your client, where it's like, okay, she's not going like, okay, let's do all this right now so that she's overwhelmed and then ends up not doing it. It's like, okay, well, let's do the little things that are kind of like setting us up behind the scenes so that when January comes, we're not scrambling to find a meal prep service. We're not figuring out calories and macros, creating our gym schedule. It's like, we already have some of these things set up. Now it's just about like perfecting it the way that fits our lifestyle.
Because I know also so many people this time of year, it's that all or nothing mentality where maybe you're not feeling great and you're so quick to be like, I'm giving up, like one more bad day and that is like, I'm throwing in the towel. And it's just about like holding out for future you of like, do the hard things now, do the baby steps now so that when you are feeling better or when you are out of this mindset or like as you work out of it, you're set up for success. It's like, do the hard things for future you.
I also know one of the simple things that I just tell myself, like yesterday, because yesterday I was like, I want to give up on this whole day. I want to like go to sleep and I want to start over tomorrow because it just felt like so messy. But I just reminded myself, I was like, this feeling that you're feeling right now isn't nearly as bad as how bad you feel when you completely give up. Because when I completely give up and I stop training, I just stop trying, that feels way worse because I'm now not doing the things that I know make me feel better, even when it's dark and gloomy and I just want it to be Christmas.
Yeah. At least we have that on the horizon to look forward.
That's true. It's Christmas every morning for me.
Yeah. Yes. Do you want to quickly talk about that? Because we haven't. It's really
How do you say?
Just real quick. I don't know how to say it. Lucas has introduced a German tradition into Julia's household. And I honestly feel like we should all adopt this because I feel like it would help a lot with the December slump.
Honestly, it really does. Like every morning just being like, I got to have a little something. I don't know how to pronounce it correctly. It's like basically an advent calendar, but the way that they do it, it's like a little gift or a little something every single day of Christmas until Christmas morning. So we both have, like, he has it set up on the stairs and every morning I just walk up the stairs and find it. And I have his in like a little basket and he finds it and it's really fun.
It's so cute. I like it. I like seeing what he gets you and he's doing a really good job.
This morning I got road under eye patches and I was like, thank God, because I was looking rough this morning. You know, when you wake up and your eyes are just like puffy and you're like, there's no fixing this.
Literally every day this week. I've accepted it. My allergies have been a little rough too.
Yes, my eyes are leaking. My nose is leaking.
You feel it then.
It's not a cute time to be alive.
I'm trying though. We're all out here trying. Okay, yeah. So just to wrap up that section, it's kind of like right now is not the season of like waiting on or hoping for motivation. It's about relying on discipline and start creating those positive habits. So we're going to start talking about 4. I feel like 4 is very maintainable. Positive habits to start building the new era, if you have been in a slump, to get you out of it. So these are 4 very easy things that you can start just like working on and building up. And again, do not set unrealistic, crazy targets for even anything on this list or anything in your personal goal list. Like, let's just take it one day at a time. Let's just get through what we got to get through today. If your goal is to lose 30 pounds, let's focus on the first one. You know, let's focus on the habit you need to lose that first one. Even like break it down as much as you can instead of making it overwhelming for yourself, because added stress and added pressure is only going to make it harder. So 4 positive habits that you can start building up. The first one is getting your steps in, even during the winter. This is one for me right now has been hard because no part of me wants to go walk outside. And I felt like this was one of those habits that I was crushing in prep because it was convenient, because it was still warm out. So it was easy to go to like an outdoor mall or a strip mall or a park even, or just walk my dog outside of my house. Like, it was just so much easier. So now when it's not easier, it's important to still keep that habit in. So there's little things you can do. I am personally ordering a step pad, like a little walking pad. I've never owned one, but I keep watching TV at night and I'm like, why am I not getting my steps in right now? Like, it'd be so easy to like, my mom had one that she would just like kind of keep under her couch and you just slide it out, prop the thing up, and then you can watch your show while getting your steps in. Life hack. They have them on Facebook Marketplace. They have them on Amazon. They're not super expensive. I feel like it is a worth it investment. I'll report back when I get mine. Another thing is like finding indoor places to go walk if you have a mall near you, or even if it's not super close to you and it's worth the drive and getting out of the house and then going getting your steps in and window shopping, and then you're like out and about instead of feeling like you're stuck inside. Even walking on the treadmill at the gym. Like, I just know I have not been getting my steps in recently. So even though I do my cardio fasted and then my workout later in the day, I'll just like hop on the treadmill for an extra like 15, 20 minutes. Not a crazy incline, not getting my heart rate to any like crazy target, just trying to get my steps in, trying to get movement in. And you end up feeling better when you do those tasks.
Very true. I am not I hate having to get I hate it.
Yeah.
I hate having to get my steps. I'm just going to be real.
But
I hate walking.
I made it. I made it like a fun thing in prep because I had a high target. I think on top of my cardio, it was like 13,000 steps a day. So like not including what I did at cardio. And like, I really don't be leaving the house. So like I made it a challenge of like, we're going to find a place to go and get these steps in. And then I would like religiously check my health tracker. Yeah.
Like I'm a big fan of like, how can I get my steps in without having to go and do anything to get my steps in?
Fair.
So I have an office upstairs. And then I go downstairs like to make my meals or to do whatever. So I try to like go up and down the stairs in my house as much as I can. And even when I'm at the gym, if you're like me and you're like, I really like, Lucas likes to get his steps in and he like wants me to do it with him. And he knows I'm like, I would rather drive than walk there.
Fair.
But if I'm going to like the grocery store, then like we can walk around in the grocery store a little bit more. Or,
I did that yesterday. I literally did not even need anything. I think I needed one thing and I was like, I'm going to park on the opposite side and go down every aisle. And that was just like an easy way to get like extra movement in. And look at the fun aisles.
I like pace around at the gym. Like when you're doing your rest periods, instead of like being on your phone and like distracting yourself, checking texts and emails and social media, just like do a loop. Like keep walking. And I found by me doing that, I'm like, I'm getting my steps in without having to go anywhere and get my steps in.
You go.
It's great.
Secret walking. Trick yourself into it. The next thing is either, because I feel like this is a preference, meal prepping and keeping it on a consistent day or day of the week and ordering your groceries or planning ahead, like anything pertaining to setting your food side of things up for success. Or if you're not a fan of following a meal plan, tracking your macros as consistently as you can through these times. And for either of these, not expecting perfection. The getting the task tracking the macros, like that is the win. Of course, we want you to like hit your targets and be like perfectly on plan. But if that is putting too much pressure on yourself or you're feeling overwhelmed, and that's one of the things you are feeling guilty for, of like, oh, I didn't 100% hit my meal plan, or I went over on this certain macro or even under on this certain macro. If that is something you notice you're dwelling on, and take out the expectation and the perfection side of it and just try to view it as a positive habit of like, okay, I'm still grocery shopping, I'm still meal prepping, even if just majority of my meals are my meal prep, not 100%, that is still getting you further and progressing you and setting you up for success more than not meal prepping at all, ordering in, getting fast food.
Very
yeah,
true.
and just like not caring anymore, if that makes sense.
Just giving up on it completely.
Yep, just those positive habits. I try to dedicate a day. So like every Saturday night, I order my groceries for Sunday pickup. And then well, it depends. We are spoiled with H-E-B out here in Texas. I was going to say, like, on H-E-B's website, I don't know if this is the same for, like, other local grocery store type places, but it has, like, your previous order where literally it's like one button and you could at least know you're getting your typical foods, you know.
That's so true.
Makes life so much easier. Or our friend Maya said that she
H-E-B
gets them
for life.
delivered. And I'm like, genius.
Yes.
Like, even take out the equation of going and driving to get them if you can.
If it's like, I'm a big fan of, if you need to spend the extra money or whatever, these things that they're luxuries to be able to have it like delivered or whatever. If it's going to get you to eat your meals and to stay on track the best that you can, I am all for that. Especially like like a meal prep service. Like I have Mega Fit meals delivered here every Wednesday, our filming day. And it's all my protein in bulk. Yeah. And it saves me so much time during the week prepping my chicken, my turkey, my shrimp, because that's like cooking the protein is one of the harder things to do. I could pop the rice in the rice cooker during the day while I'm here working, but that eliminates me being like, you know what would be good instead? A burger from Pizzeries.
Well, like the convenient option is always going to be like something that's fast. So yeah, taking out the guesswork, taking out like the possibility of an excuse. Yes. It's like, well, now it's at your door. So what are you going to say?
It's at my door. Or even yesterday I was doing like a quick errand. There was a McDonald's, and I never really want McDonald's, but I was like so ravenous after my leg day. And I was like a couple minutes from my house. And I was like, I want some McDonald's randomly. And then I was like, Julia, you have so much food in the fridge. So like even that was like, just go home and eat. You're literally right there.
Yeah, like it would be so quick and so easy, especially when you're feeling extra hungry. And it's like,
yes.
Or going home and making yourself a big old meal is going to be more satisfying than having this like small burger and fry from McDonald's.
The tiny one. But I did see my sister got McDonald's yesterday, and they have a special Grinch theme where the whole box is Grinch. That's cute. And all of the stuff inside, and I really want it.
We'll go get you a kid's meal.
Yeah.
I haven't had McDonald's in so many years.
Yeah?
Yeah, because even their fries have gluten.
Yeah.
Yeah, a dang shame. I did like their fries growing up.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
Yeah. Okay, the next one is staying consistent with your gym session schedule. Not every workout is going to feel amazing, but showing up. Like, all you got to do is show up. All you got to do is go on the days you are setting out to do, because as soon as you give in that one time, then it's going to be easier to give in the next time and the next day. And then suddenly it's been 3 rest days in a row when you set out just to have one, you know? So still go on your normal days, still obviously take your rest days, not telling you not to do that. But just like, again, lowering the expectation and the perfection aspect and just focusing on getting there and doing the work. It's not going to be the best workout of your life every single time. But going in and setting intention and just showing up for yourself. I feel like that goes such a far way. As soon as we throw in the towel.
Show up days.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
I'll literally call them. This was a show up day. Yeah. It might have not been like I feel like I crushed it kind of day. I hit a PR kind of day. I was super motivated kind of day. Yesterday was like, I showed up. All right. Yeah. I showed up.
Yeah.
Then that is going to be okay for today.
Yeah. And then if you want to set a goal of like, okay, next session, I'm going to push a little harder here if I feel good enough to do so. And it's like, just pushing yourself where you can or where you're able. Where like right now I am dragging my feet for cardio. I don't want to do it. So I get on it and I start on like the lowest. Well, not the lowest. One would move really slow. But if I'm on the Stairmaster, I start on like 3 for the first like minute. And I'm like, let's just get moving. Let's get on this thing. It doesn't have to be like as intense as I've always been doing it. And then after like the first minute or 2, I'll bump it up to 4 and then 5 and then 6. And it's like slowly working your way up if it's something you're not looking forward to, but still showing up is so important, even if it's slower, less intense, or
sometimes it's just getting yourself moving in the general direction of that thing, whether it's like literally just getting in the car to go to the gym, or it's, I don't know, starting to prep one thing that you can for your meal, or like, let's start on level 1 and move it up to 2 to 3, like sometimes just starting is the hardest thing.
Or like stopping what you're currently doing. Like if you're laying on the couch, getting up, that's going to be the hardest part.
True.
So then it's like, oh, I did that. We're building momentum. Let's grab the keys. Let's put on the cute workout outfit. Let's get in the car. Like just taking each step as like a baby step and recognizing like momentum is sometimes all you need to get the ball rolling. Okay. And then the last thing is doing something small for yourself every day. And this can be your workout session. Like I view that as my me time, but also like setting aside time for a bath, a face mask, a skincare session, going and getting a massage if you're able to, like once this month, even like having moments in your day or in your week or in your month where you can like focus on yourself and pamper yourself and like set that relationship with yourself of giving your own body and brain extra love because we can be really freaking hard on ourselves, especially this time of year, and we feel like we have to show up perfectly and end the year strong, when in reality, like sometimes you just got to get through this month and do it as best as you can and keep trying, like just keep showing up for yourself and keep prioritizing what you can.
Exactly. I'm a big fan of all the little, like you don't even have to go and do those things. Like you can create them if you're able to, like at home.
Oh yeah.
In a small, like putting on your little eye patches or doing your ice roller. There's so many things that you can do at home for like your little morning wake up or your evening wind down that feel so good, and you can make them like cozy. So on those days now when I'm feeling kind of just low, I'm like, okay, let's just be cozy about it. It doesn't have to be depressing. It can be a cozy day instead of a depressing day.
What I've been doing the past like few weeks, if I do have like a rougher day or like not a great day, that night I will brainstorm like, okay, what does a reset feel like and look like tomorrow? And it doesn't have to be uprooting absolutely everything. It can be the little things that I know get me back to what I consider like hot girl Kendall. And I'm like, let's step back into that. So that's what I did. We're like coming out of the holidays through the weekend. It was like Sunday night, I brainstormed like, okay, what is a successful Monday? Like it was the first of the month. It was like a fresh start. I was like, okay, like let's just set up like very basic tasks that I can do tomorrow to make me feel successful. And so I like scheduled everything and things that you typically wouldn't even schedule in, like a shower, like a self-tanning session. It's like, these are just things I think would make me feel better. Doing my makeup, setting a time, extra time for doing my makeup and my hair so that I just felt good that day. Going for my cardio, meal prepping some of my meals. I think I meal prepped like one form of protein, and that's a pretty small, pretty fast task, but that's what I needed to be like, okay, this is my protein for today. Now I have no excuse. Okay. Yeah, exactly. So it's just like creating a game plan for yourself that is realistic and focused on what makes you feel good, whatever that looks like.
I love it.
Yeah.
Guys, we can do this.
We got this.
This is supposed to be such a magical time of the season, and I feel like it's so often just full of stress and anxiety, and even just like the way that we're marketed to during this time also like fuels the stress and anxiety. But it really doesn't have to be. It's how we approach it, and we can still be focused on our goals and not be so hard on ourselves about them if they're not like at 110% every day. Show up how you can, even if it doesn't feel like the best. Even if your day looked like my crap day did yesterday, we're still moving the needle, and this matters because at the end of the day, these are the moments that matter when you do reach that end goal. Like we always think about how fun it is to start. And then we think about, okay, it's going to be even more fun when I reach the goal. But that middle part where you're showing up in those chaotic days, those messy days, these are the ones that matter the most and get you to that end goal.
Yep.
And we so often forget about that. So.
You're going to be so proud of yourself
You're
for
gonna
not
be
giving
so
up.
sexy in January, okay?
That too. Well, and yeah, do not feel like you have to wait to get started on the things you want to do or the things that are going to make you happy. However small or big that you're starting, start it now. Like don't push off that gratification, that satisfaction of going for the things you want to go for, or pushing them until the first, like that's some magical day.
Exactly. It's not.
Yeah.
I love the idea of what you did with your client, of just like easing it into it. Like, what are the little things that I can do so that when January does come, like I already have the ball rolling and I'm not starting from scratch. And that's mostly why people feel overwhelmed. But we hope you guys got something out of this episode. We love you all so much, and you're more powerful than you think.
Bye.